Hello, today viewers. Today is another episode of wrigi's Notebook. Today we have Ron from Paranormal Cops. We're going to be, talking to him on the phone for a little bit. Ron, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, buddy.
How did you get involved with the ghost hunting?
Well, we don't call it ghost hunting. That's actually a phrase that we kind of shy away from. Our organization is the Chicago Paranormal Detectives, and we are paranormal investigators. And I got involved in the paranormal in 2003 after I responded to an on-duty 911 call where the complainant stated he was seeing apparitions, that's what we would call them now, in his bar after he closed up and it was empty. And I returned off duty with a camcorder to kind of put his mind at ease, and I was a little curious myself. And to my amazement, I filmed a three-dimensional black mass object which moved and interacted with me a little bit. And I filmed it for quite a while, and then it vanished. And I could not find the point of origin. I could not recreate it. I couldn't come up with a rational explanation, and I returned many times attempting to do that. And I got to thinking that if that was happening there, that things like this might be happening elsewhere in the Chicago area. And I wanted to put together a group of real investigators, actual police officers, to investigate paranormal claims, again, in the Chicago Paranormal Detectives.
How much reading, did you do any reading or research as a paranormal investigator before you even started to enter the paranormal field?
Not as an investigator, no. I'd say more of a fan, or maybe even a little bit borderline enthusiast. By going on, I had gone on one Chicago area haunted tour type thing, where there's a storyteller that'll point out different areas of interest. But I've been intrigued by it earlier in life, but it's nothing that, I didn't, eat, breathe, and sleep this field at all. With the person who calls you and requests assistance, this is how an investigation is done. And a lot of focus has to be put on that person. So we are investigators by trade. We know how to conduct investigations, be it a homicide, a burglary, any kind of a minimal type of incident. But the difference between TV and not TV is simply this. You have, on most shows, not all, you have a production crew with you, right next to you, walking with you, or sitting still with you. And you'll have a sound man, probably two sound men, and at least two cameramen and a producer. So you're adding a lot more people into the environment, which is something we don't like. But, we had to train the production company and do some dry runs with them and get the camera guys and the sound guys used to working in pitch black darkness. They'd never done it before. And getting them used to, if you bump something, you got to say, that was me, I bumped something. And telling them it's okay. But we did practice and rehearse with them quite a bit to get them used to that higher environment. That's the obvious difference between the two. There's all these extra personnel.
Now, my next question has to do with that. And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. It's just a question that I have for myself. Now, can you still control the editing on EVPs and videos on a show, or is that a totally different story? Can
we still control the what? I'm sorry.
Can you still control, like, as your team, as you guys doing paranormal investigations, professional paranormal investigations, like your team does, and you do your own EVPs and stuff like that? Can you still do it while you're on a show, or is that a totally different thing?
Well, you can still do it, of course. What makes it to the final episode is a matter of opinion, and it's a debate between different producers, the network, the production company. Not every EVP makes it to the final episode. Not every video clip makes it to the final episode. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
You have, for us, A&E made this into a half-an-hour show like Paranormal State. That's what they wanted. And that was kind of difficult. That was really challenging because when you take out the commercials, a half-an-hour show is only 22 minutes. That's it. So not everything that you or I
Yes, actually, that does answer a lot. And
that's not just with our show; that's every show.
Yeah, true. I know some shows out there also that they've been accused of, faking evidence and stuff like that. But that's just a totally different story. So, but yeah, I really understand, and you explained a lot in that question. I have, just 2 more questions left. This one is very important to me. I don't know if it's very important to others out there, but others are asking it too, and me and my friend are asking it also. What do you think about the investigations and stuff in TV, them being on TV, and just paranormal investigators being so popular right now? And
about it? What do you mean?
Well, do you think it's a good thing, or necessarily like a bad thing? Like near my house, they have the Sprague Mansion, which they're kind of cutting down and hurting the business, and they're trying to, have people get married there, have wedding chapels and stuff. So they're actually not having paranormal investigations no more, just because of people think it's haunted or, paranormal stuff.
We're seeing a little bit of a slope in paranormal programming, where things, there are not as many as there once were paranormal shows, and the interest from networks is not what it once was. Number one. Number two, I don't have a problem with paranormal TV shows if it allows someone to open their mouth and speak about what they've been experiencing, because they don't feel like a freak anymore. So if it encourages someone who was reluctant to come forward to now come forward, I am all for that. I am all for encouraging anybody by any way to speak about what they're experiencing, so they don't feel like, they're nuts. So that, I think, is a good thing. I don't have a problem with that. The bad thing is that people watch these TV shows, and, there's been so many reality things and TV shows and movies where it'll say, do not attempt this at home. But they don't have formal shows, and I think they should, because there are groups that pop up overnight of unskilled, unqualified, whatever you want to call it, people that put a group together, they call themselves paranormal investigators, they copy what they've seen on TV, and they think they know what they're doing. That's a problem. It'll always be a problem. Problems we have with businesses requesting investigations are, we have found, most businesses hope they are haunted. They want to be haunted because they think that will bring in a lot of customers. So we go through great lengths to weed out illegitimate complainants versus legitimate complainants. And we have a couple different techniques that we use, and they work. But, years and years ago, businesses did not want to be haunted. Now they want to be, because it brings curiosity seekers who are going to buy drinks and sandwiches and this, that, and the other thing. So this big adrenaline shot of paranormal in our society, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a fad for a lot of people. A lot of people. Next year there'll be, skateboarding. The year after that, they'll be into bicycles, whatever it is. I don't know. But I think it's a fad for a lot of people.
Interesting. What are your plans now? What are you doing?
You know what? I'm struggling and juggling just like everybody else in the United States. We are full-time police officers. We were on a leave of absence or anything like this. We remained full-time cops when we were filming our show. Everything we do, it's not paranormal. It used to be cops. We're still cops. So, that keeps you busy and hopping enough. Plus, I have a part-time job. Every cop I know does have a part-time job. I have 4 children, and I play in a band, Austin Weinstock, who's also one of
Well, Ron, I very appreciate it, and thank you for spending the time with me.
No problem.
If the people out there want to, get in touch with you, or even want to look at your stuff, or like you said, your band, or want to watch your videos, where can they do that?
Well, number one place I would say is Facebook. Look up Ron Fabiani, Austin Weinstock, Tom Froelich, Pete Schleich, or the Four Paranormal Cops, the Chicago Paranormal Detectives. They can go to our website, www.chicagoparanormaldetectives.com. There's all kinds of video clips on YouTube. And, of course, they can always go to aetv.com and find all kinds of episodes in the full and deleted scenes and all kinds of stuff.
Well, like I said, I thank you, and I appreciate the time for you.
Anytime, buddy.